Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to break down a really core concept in economics, the budget line. And we'll do it by figuring out something you probably think about all the time, how to best spend your money at the canteen. Let's jump in.
All right, let's make this super real. Picture this, you're at your school canteen, you've got exactly 40 rupees in your hand. You're looking at the menu and you've got to choose between samosas or juice. The big question is, what can you actually get?
Okay, so here's the situation. Your budget is locked in at 40 rupees. Can't spend a paisa more. A samosa costs 8 rupees and a juice costs 4 rupees. These are the hard facts we have to work with.
So if you're the kind of person who likes to spend every last rupee, this table pretty much lays out all your options. You could grab 4 samosas and 2 juices, or maybe you're more of a 2 samosa, 6 juice kind of person. Just notice that every single one of these combinations adds up to exactly 40 rupees.
Now, reading a table is one thing, but this is where it gets really cool. We can actually turn all those numbers into a simple picture. Think of it like a map of your spending power. We'll just put samosas on the horizontal line at the bottom, the x-axis, and juice on the vertical line, the y-axis.
Let's start with the extremes, right? First up, imagine you decide, forget the juice, I'm going all in on samosas. With your 40 rupees, at 8 rupees each, you can get exactly 5 of them. So let's put a dot right there on the samosa line. That's our first point.
Okay, what about the other extreme? What if you're just really, really thirsty and don't want any samosas? Well, you could spend that whole 40 rupees on juice instead. At 4 rupees a pop, that gets you 10 juices. That gives us our second point, way up there on the juice line.
And this is the magic moment. When we just draw a straight line connecting those 2 points, bam, you've just created a map of every single possible combination you can buy if you spend all your money. That line is your budget line.
So yeah, this simple line we've drawn has an official fancy name in economics, the budget line. But really, don't let the name fool you. All it is a picture, a graph, that shows you every mix of 2 things you can possibly buy when you spend your entire budget.
What's so useful about this map is that it instantly shows you 3 different zones. Any combination right on the line, that means you've spent exactly 40 rupees. Perfect. Anything inside the line, in that shaded area, that's also affordable, and you'll even have some change left over. But any combination outside the line, nope, can't do it, it's unattainable. You just don't have the cash.
And for all of you who like to see the math behind the magic, this is the simple little equation that the budget line represents. Basically, the money you spend on samosas plus the money you spend on juice has to equal your total income of 40 rupees. Every single point on that line makes this equation true.
But this line tells us so much more than just what's possible. The steepness of the line, what we call the slope, actually reveals something really important, the hidden cost of every choice you make. It's all about the trade-off.
I mean, think about it for a second. A samosa is 8 rupees. A juice is 4. So what's the real cost of deciding to get one more samosa? It's the 2 juices you could have bought with that same 8 rupees. You're trading one for the other. The budget line shows you that trade-off visually. In economics, this trade-off has a name. It's the slope of the line. And calculating it is super simple. You just divide the price of the thing on the horizontal axis, our samosas, at 8 rupees, by the price of the thing on the vertical axis, our juice, at 4 rupees. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. That's your price ratio.
Okay, but life isn't always so predictable, right? Things change. So let's say your parents are super happy with your exam scores and they decide to increase your pocket money to 60 rupees. How does that change our little map?
Well, more money means more options. Your entire budget line just shifts outwards, parallel to the old one. The steepness, the slope, it doesn't change because the prices are still the same. But now you can afford a whole new world of combinations that were impossible before. All right, let's hit rewind. Go back to your original 40 rupee budget. But this time, imagine the canteen puts up a sign, samosas on sale. The price suddenly drops from 8 rupees down to just 5. Now what happens? See, this is a totally different kind of change. When a price changes, the line doesn't just shift, it rotates. The point on the juice axis is pinned down. You can still only buy a max of 10 juices. But the line swings outwards on the samosa side, because now your 40 rupees can get you a whopping 8 samosas instead of only 5. Your samosa buying power just got a huge boost. So, let's boil all this down. What are the key things to take away from this? Number 1, the budget line is basically your personal map of what's affordable. Number 2,
Its slope is all about the trade-off, showing you what you have to give up to get something else. And number 3, this map is dynamic. It moves when your income changes, and it rotates when prices change.
And that brings us to one last really important question. The budget line is great at showing you all your options, everything you can buy, but it doesn't tell you which combination is the best one for you, the one that will make you the happiest. That's a whole other story and a great topic for another explainer. Thanks for joining me.